vaccine passport. No, not the vaccine. I'm not talking about the vaccine. I'm talking about the vaccine passport. According to the UK government, COVID passports will, quote, become a likely feature of our lives. This is what a mock-up of the vaccine passport looks like. Name, photograph, date of birth. Kind of reminds me of something that starts with ID and ends in card. Oh yeah, it's a digital ID card. The same thing that in 2004 Boris Johnson said was, quote, a recipe for tyranny and oppression.
A recipe for tyranny and oppression as well. And that's why I oppose the scheme. I'm on record as saying that if I am, in the unlikely event that this scheme comes to fruition, if I'm obliged to have an ID card by the emanations of the state, then I will take that ID card and I will snip it up and I will grind it in a bouillette and I will eat it on my cornflakes.
So what changed, Boris?
So Boris Johnson was basically saying he'll stick it up and eat it on his cornflakes if it comes to fruition, that the vaccine passport comes to realization, reality, and manifests itself in fruition. Fruition meaning coming to be reality. So what? Okay. Anyway, so the vaccine card, passport, they're talking about global. It's not just here in America, just the vaccine card. What this video is talking about is talking about global system. I think most of us have been paying attention. We've seen this progression that it's going to this point. And listen to Paul Joseph Watson. I'll be posting the full link in the comments and description after this. But just listen to a few minutes of what they're saying here. This is important.
There are also plans to link it to the facial recognition surveillance network. The UK government has already given grants to 2 companies building this technology. Andrew Budd, the CEO of one of these companies, iProve, asserts that trying to check tens of thousands of vaccine passports at major events will be too slow. So digital face scans which permit entry will be introduced as the streamlined solution. And there you were thinking you'd happily show a small piece of paper to get into a football match, without knowing you just unwittingly stumbled into the Minority Report. China, which has universally been praised by health authorities and governments in the West for its response to the COVID outbreak, has already linked its coronavirus tracking program to its social credit score system.
The idea that this could, for example, be used for totalitarian social monitoring, well, this has now become a reality in China. The local government of China's Jiangsu province has launched a new social control system that combines the CCP's health code program with the regime's social credit system to create what they're calling a, quote, civilization code. This new system gives people a civilization score, which ranks them into different levels. And this level is then used by the government to judge who gets priority or who should be subjected to restrictions or punishments.
What is most of minor infractions, including bad driving, smoking on trains, buying too many video games, buying too much junk food, buying too much alcohol, calling a friend who has a low social credit score, having a friend online who has a low social credit score.
Okay, I'm sure all of y'all are getting the idea. The other thing is, most people see they can't fathom that America would have a social credit score system. But let me remind you, I made a video couple months back about the IMF wanting to connect our browser history. In other words, whatever you search on Google with your credit score. And that's the first starts of them, that invasion of privacy, and them connecting our personal life with our credit life, financial, and them connecting our whole profile and being into one system. So please take note of that.
Posting fake news online, visiting unauthorized websites, walking your dog without a leash, or letting your dog bark too much. And how do the authorities punish those who commit these deadly sins? In 2019, Beijing bragged about how it had prevented 2.5 million discredited entities from purchasing plane tickets and 90,000 people from buying high-speed train tickets in the month of July alone.
我现在是已经被限制这个自由的出行了，就是订票啊，我们高铁和飞机都不行。我跟你演示一下，我们用这个 APP 来订票。
So social credit score system, they're showing how the CCP Chinese regime is limiting travel if you have a low social credit score. In this case, he's trying to book a train ticket.
现在是我们从重庆到西安，我们来订一张票，订一张过几天的票。
And what does it say?
然后就显示那个出票
says it's failed to make a booking. He's trying to book a ticket on the website, and the government has blocked him from being able to do basic travel. Just for having even maybe imagine if your credit score was like 100 points lower than it is now. Just like imagine that in theory, and imagine something like this. That's what it is.
说我已经被法院依法限制高消费。 限制乘坐 G 字头列车。
That's reserved for members of our Prime Flight program. You got to be a 4.2 or over to qualify.
Oh, I'm a 4.2.
I'm afraid you're actually a 4.18.